In 2021, South Nottinghamshire was one of the place-based partnership that worked with other partners, and they secured some funding from NHS England. So that funding was used towards the health inequalities work in Killisick. And Killisick was identified, I think, by the local borough council through their data and intelligence. It was a place where they felt they could have the most impact.
So with this piece of work, what was quite unique is that we didn't have a particular cohort in the community that we were working with. So it wasn't aimed at older people or younger people, it was cross-community working. So we had initiatives right down in the children's centre working with parents and toddlers and babies, and we had work with families in the breakfast club, in the food club and in the holiday club, and then we've also had intergenerational workshops over at Coppice Lodge with the residents there and children from the local school, and we've also had the community group over in the resident lounge at Jigsaw Home, where we've had the social group there. So it's really been across the community, working with all generations to try and help them to live happier and healthier lives. And that's quite unique because that wasn't a normal way of working. Quite often the organisations that came together would work probably in silos or maybe with one other organisation. But this was really about a collective and about understanding that we've got limited resources, limited capacity, but actually by pulling that together, we're able to actually, make a difference and to really try and understand what it's like living in this community. So I think working in this way has been really positive.
One of the things that was sort of coming out through consultation with the public was that there's very little opportunity for the community to come together. Few community facilities in the area, and those that are here tend to be fairly booked up. So, and that was coming through quite strongly. So, as a result of that, we've sort of identified this area, Towel Field, which is in the middle of Killisick, and we've set up a weekly friendship group. All welcome, coffees, teas, warm welcome, hopefully. Within this area, as I say, we do a general knowledge, and some of the older ones are particularly good and quite proud of their knowledge. I'm absolutely the opposite. As I say, we're playing this giant card game where it's high and lower, the Bruce Forsyth game, if anybody's old enough to remember that. And then today we've got indoor bowling going on, so that's an opportunity to get people moving, get them out of the chair, and it's a laugh. And I think I was told, take the bowls home and practice because I'm not very good at it. As you'd expect. I think one of the issues we've probably come across is because it's not this central place for people to meet, it's difficult to get the message out there. One of the things that was coming through was that agencies struggle to engage with the local population. And maybe the local population struggle to engage with agencies. Again, this is lack of opportunity, lack of buildings and facilities in the area really. So hopefully we've had guests from various agencies turn up. We're working with the social prescribers, they're bringing some of their client base, and hopefully it's an opportunity to just support the community in any way we can really.
We started the free breakfast club Monday, Wednesday, Friday during the school holidays, and we wanted it to be very much where families, not just children, that the parents could come as well. So they come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, have a hot breakfast, but also we would do packed lunches so they could take them away with them, including the parents. So that's 2 meals a day. And we've had a really good take-up, but we've also had a lot of support from other organisations, partnerships. Everybody's been really supportive. So obviously we're feeding the families that come, we're feeding them with hot food, we're feeding them with lunches that they can take away. But more than anything, we're finding that we're addressing other issues. So for example, we've had some children that have been socially awkward, that it's really helped them with the confidence. We've had, the children have made amazing friendships. We've had parents suffering with real issues like anxiety problems that we've been able to make friendships with. But it's a big community thing where we're seeing grandmas making friends with other young parents, and they've got friendships. So we've got some real strong relationships being made as well, which is really good.
It's benefited me and my child massively beyond words. We can't thank the team enough for everything they have done. They don't even know they've done it themselves. Mentally, like, to get us out to do something, even just for that morning, it just gets you set off ready for your day, and it's very enjoyable, and it's just amazing.
I like going to the after school and have fun.
And as part of the Killisick Health Initiative, we organised some intergenerational workshops for the community, from really young to really old, to boost their health and happiness. They consisted of planting workshops, board game workshops, art workshops, and even bird box making. And we also ran a community event, and we had about 800 attendees. And actually, the biggest thing was being able to invite health services along to showcase what they do and engage with the community more. So the benefits we've seen from our workshops is the positivity from the older people in terms of reliving their childhoods, feeling like they're connecting with children again, has given them a bit of life, a bit of energy. And the children have really enjoyed listening to stories from older people. And I think for us, the stigma of young people and old people and bringing them together has been a real positive. Families to join in, so the parents do the artwork, not just the kids.
We've got the allotment here at Killisick. We gained access to this in December last year through the Killisick work, and since then we've had schools coming out to the site and basically just connecting with nature, learning about veg and fruit, and just generally just getting out from the environment of the school and helping their mental health in that respect. And we just kind of just let them free roll on doing whatever they wish, what they like, what they enjoy, what they want to see, and just let them develop the programme. We don't want to put too much restriction around it. It's more the fact that we're glad that they're out and that they're outdoors and you know, just connecting with the programme itself. It just naturally happens, really. Like within a group of young people, that you would spot the leaders, and we've asked them to see if they would then be either the buddies or whether they would be the advocates for future cohorts to come in. Even they could run a session or help run a session or help communicate out into the community about what green social prescribing is, what the benefits are, and to just get involved, really. And that's where we want to see it progressing. There's a whole breadth of issues that these children that come here have, but actually when they come together, it's lovely to see, and it's empowering them to see that they can make a difference and that they can have the freedom to take ownership of their own health, which is what green social prescribing is, because it's not just the programme that we run or any of the other green social prescribing providers. It's the fact that once they learn that nature is such a powerful tool to assist them with their health, they can do it independently. They can find green spaces, they can go for a walk, they can do gardening at home. They are empowered to take control, which I think is one of the most important things that we're trying to achieve.
Project is well received in the community itself, and it's popular with the parents and everybody, and so we're known, and we have got a good relationship with the community itself and the district council and the county council and everybody likewise. But what we're here to do, what we offer is an open access session, which means it's there for young people to access openly, voluntary relationship. They don't have to be here if they don't want to, but we seem to get it's about 20 to 30 young people that come every week. So we're getting quite a few numbers, so that tells you the story itself, really. But what it's there to do is to provide a forum for them to meet their friends, have fun, develop new friendships, get involved with some positive activities like you can see.
At home, just chilling in my room. So I like this so I can come out more and like do things with people my age. It's nice to be here, and then it's just like, at the same time, it's just like a bunch of young people together. I'd rather just come here and do something with my time instead of messing around on the street.
Also, in the fact that the parents know that their young people, their children, come here and they know it's a safe environment to come to. The other thing about this project is it has an impact on their well-being and self-esteem on the long run. I put a programme together each term and then I assume people what things they like to do.
And we came on a trip with the youth club, Killisick, to Later Quest. Something you can look forward to and like things that we can do often with that.
And do you go every week to the youth bus or when you can?
Every week.
I think working in this way has been really positive. It's a different way of working, and actually it hasn't always been about the target, getting numbers of people into a service or putting on so many interventions. It's about how we can work differently together collectively, and that's something that perhaps in the past we've not always been able to do, but this piece of work's been able to kind of change the way that we work, and that partners work together, and that we deliver health initiatives. And it isn't just about getting people into services, but actually understanding what the community want and how we can enable that to happen for the community.
So by taking the time to understand what strengths were in the neighbourhood, what challenges, any gaps, it just gave a really good shift from reactive care, which is what we've traditionally done, to a more proactive and preventative model.